today because I wanted to talk about some of the important, eerie, creepy messages, demonic messages that was in the movie They Clone Tyrone. And I know everybody was looking at the whole thing with Jamie Foxx. Oh, Jamie Foxx, something happened to him, this, that, and the third. Trust and believe. If they wanted to clone Jamie Foxx, they probably done did that about 5 times by now. Cloning has been around for many years. Okay, I hope y'all can hear me good. I'm on an old phone. My other iPhone got broken. So, some of the first things I noticed about the movie, and hopefully this is not, the movie has been out for over a month at this point on Netflix. So if you haven't seen it, maybe if you don't want no spoilers, go watch it and then come back and watch this. But the first thing I noticed was the creepy, eerie, symbolic music. Just, I can't really explain it. I don't want to hear it again. You probably have to look at it yourself. But then the first scene of the movie, it shows a white man with blue eyes. The AC would come on. Okay, so the first scene is a white guy painted on a store building, blonde hair, blue eyes, and it's some eerie music playing. Black guys standing in front of the store discussing stuff that they're not physically out proving about the clones. This is the beginning of the movie. Then it cuts to this guy trying to get off some stuff that's probably stolen. Now, all this is like how it is in a corner store in the hood or something like that. So then you see a black woman get out her car, and the guy who's trying to sell the stuff to her, as she walks in the store, the other black guys who are standing in front of the store shooting dice or whatever, really doing nothing, they start catcalling to her. Then as the camera moves along in this very same scene, it shows a little black guy getting in the car with some type of drug dealer, whoever he really is, enforcer. A little black kid getting in the car with him, going somewhere to go snitch for some money, trying to get put on so he can, I guess, feed himself and his mom at home. A sad cycle. In that one scene, it was showing pretty much what everybody is willing to do for money. The black men gambling, hustling each other in front of the store, probably selling only God knows what was usually being sold at a corner store in the hood. Then the women being pretty much sexualized. And all of the scenes you will see in the movie of mainly black women, 95% of it will be them being prostitution mainly, or sexualized, or duped in a way. You'll hear them talking about their bills and how they're different things. We're gonna come back to that. Okay, so then, like I said, just that one scene, everybody doing what they want to do for money. The black man gambling, the guy selling possibly stolen products on the streets, trying to sell it to the black woman. Then there's the little boy who's snitching on somebody. So the next thing is how the men at the store, there's an old man that sits at the store. It's like what they would call an old head. Sit at the store all day, and he keeps giving messages, but he gives it as in like a metaphor or something like that. He says stuff like, it's in the watch, and greater is greater after coming back to life. That's what he be saying, little stuff like that. Also, this man who sits at the store, he's watching everything that's going on in their neighborhood. People getting kidnapped, broad daylight, and everybody just looking like, don't know what's happening, but nobody's calling the police for help or trying to see what's going on. It's like life just continue to go on. And it's crazy because we be so desensitized to violence taking place right in front of us, and we don't step in for possibly many of reasons, but it's something in the air. So then I noticed how they have this scene with Popeye's chicken. Now everybody in the scene, they was eating the chicken, and it was making everybody laugh and like comfort food. It was giving them laziness and just relaxing them to a different state of mind, like as you getting high, like you high. So a lot of people when they get high, they chill, they relax to the fullest. That's what was going on. Now, in the movie, they was laughing as the side effect of eating the chicken. In real life, remember when Popeyes had that chicken sandwich come out? And you started seeing videos, people getting killed and shot at Popeyes? Come on now. Come on, this stuff ain't no coincidence. They be knowing what they doing. They showing it to us right in our face. The next thing, after not even just the Popeyes chicken, the perms. It's a part in the movie where they're showing the salon. These handlers are delivering products for hair in urban areas. Y'all know what a perm is, a relaxer. They delivering them in urban areas. They show a black woman getting her hair relaxed by a beautician, and she talking about her issues and how she can't afford stuff. And it's like she looks like she kind of goes into a depression. Now we all know a lot of black women out here are suffering from perms. It's something in the perm that it causes some type of, I looked it up. They had it on a bottle in the movie. But the perms that they're delivering in the community, it seems as it's causing some type of lack mindset and depression in the black women while they're getting their hair relaxed. And I wrote down the name that was on the chemical that it was using in the relaxers. And when I looked it up, it was saying that it's some type of toxicity, and after you rinse it off, it's supposed to leave behind some type of shine for your hair. I think you can use it on skin, but it's been banned or something. I'm gonna put it in the video so you'll see what I'm talking about. But right now, so many black women are struggling with alopecia from getting relaxers. I struggle with alopecia on two sides of my hair, and I have videos about that as well in my hair care journey. But I struggle with alopecia, and it's a lot of black women that struggle with hair loss. My daughters, I haven't ever put any chemicals in their hair besides oils and grease and stuff like that. But no relaxers, softeners, nothing, because I seen firsthand what it can do. And my daughters would want it. Oh, I want my hair to be straighter. I try to teach them, love your natural hair. It's a flex to rock your natural hair, to be able to part it and it's full and it's healthy. Take care of your natural hair first before you go and put all that weave in it. And a lot of black women who wear weave, a lot of them who wear wigs, a lot of them got a lot of hair up under them. And we trying to protect it and trying not to be outcast when you go in the workplace for having a nappy bun in your head. So you gotta have the wavy wig, the crisp bob, something that can get you by. So that's one thing. The other thing, when it really hit me, is the cloning, the people who they were cloning in the movie. They were cloning people who are living reckless lives, dangerous lives, drug dealers, pimps, prostitutes, killers, people who have some type of influence in the community that can keep a certain area, for instance, in the real world, the projects, the urban side of town, the hood, where on every corner is an Arab store, it's a liquor store. They wanted those people, they wanted to keep cloning those people to stay in those areas, to keep it stagnant, to keep them over there. You can't sit with us. In all honest, and maybe I could be wrong, maybe this is not what God wants, but it probably would have been better for us to really be segregated. And yeah, I still have to understand that when we did try certain things, it was burnt down, it was destroyed, or, you know. And a lot of this stuff, it's been so ingrained in us, we not functioning properly and we don't even know it, and we're still being poisoned. That's basically what this movie is saying. You're still being conditioned, you're still being programmed, you're still being used, you're still being enslaved, you're still being the underdog, and you gonna have to fight for your life to get up out of it. Not only how you gonna have to fight for your life, you gonna have to have the full armor of God. And even though I sin every day, I mess up every day, I'm not perfect, I still think in certain ways that I shouldn't think in, and I have to ask God to forgive me all the times for just some of my thoughts. But I can feel it in the air that is something constantly trying to sway and hold me back. And right now I feel like all we really have is love. We got to keep our mind higher than what everything around us is giving. Because in all reality, we got everything we need. It don't cost you nothing to smile despite of what you're going through. You can be having issues with your bills, be on the verge of everything, but you still can smile through it all. You still can just smile through it all if you want to, even if it ain't nothing to smile about at the moment. And I ain't trying to sound like, I know I'm young and I probably come out like Jesus, 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 but I'm telling you, that's all I know. And I had to learn the hard way how much weight that name hold, despite of however you live in. You can't go and hide up under the bed from God. You can't go and hide in the closet, run in the bathroom, cry it away, and he see it all. So just like he see it all, if anybody doing anything wrong to you, anybody getting over it and think they getting over, he sit high and look low. But anyways, I want to keep going because I want to make this video short. But when I say it's been, I want to get all cute and stuff, but it's been on my mind so heavy that and it's really so serious. It's really not a game. It's really bigger than me looking cute and all that extra crap. So they cloning people of the community who are really just lost, in poverty, a product of their environment, poverty mindset. They're using those people, utilizing them over and over and over to keep a certain area stagnant. Then it gets even deeper. Okay, let me see where I'm at here. We talked about the chicken place. The next part is in church. Now, as you know, a lot of the gospel music nowadays is getting more and more like hip hop, like want to dance a little bit, something like that, want to bop a little bit. It is some rap music out there where it's like they're only speaking of the gospel, no cursing, nothing like that, and it's rap. But it's some music where it's talking about God, but it's giving you like a bop to it or something extra. I can't really explain it. If you know what I'm talking about, put it in the comments. I'd love to hear everybody's input on anything that they notice, anything that sticks out. And do you think it's just a coincidence? Do you think it's real? I feel in my mind that it's some mess going on out here. I done seen enough and been around long enough to realize it's definitely some mess, and racism is very, very present. And for the white people who was able to escape or not get sucked into that mindset, even not just the white people, good for you. Good for you, because I can only imagine being around a bunch of people who don't like a certain race based off the way they done grew up in dysfunction and was mentally enslaved, physically enslaved, and people can't understand how and why people function the way they do. If you was able to get away from judging and criticizing people based off their race or their skin color, good for you. When it's surrounded all around you, good for you. I hope nobody don't take that the wrong way. Okay, so I also noticed that the mixed people, now mixed race people got a set of their own problems. They, to me, they have a sense of privilege, but they right above the privilege of a black, young, dark-skinned girl, because they going through a different type of struggle. Y'all are hypersexualized in a way because of your beauty, so people are always trying to get with you and come after you, and based off your beauty. For the ones who are, because there's some that are drop dead mixed race women that are drop dead gorgeous, and it's some of them, you know, they're pretty much fetished, and then it's some of them who their family don't rock with them. They look at them like, you're a nigger, you're mixed. Yeah, you got white blood in you, but you've been tainted. You're a nigger. Like, I've seen it. Grandparents that don't want nothing to do with their grandbabies because that child is mixed race. So that's one thing. They look like in the movie they're using them as scapegoats. And all the corner stores and the chicken restaurant manager, they're all like mixed race type looking people in the movie. Now, I don't fully understand that, but it's like they're using them as like, all y'all go over there, because at the end of the day, you one of them, so we'll let you be the lead nigger, if that make any sense. Okay, so we see that they're putting poison through food and in urban areas, in the alcohol, in the hair relaxers. They got underground locations up under the church, up under the store, in the hood, in the trap house. These people got underground locations where they're monitoring everything. Now, how they monitoring everything, you got to think about how the world is today. Everybody got phones and Alexa and doorbell rings and all this type technology. If y'all wanted to do anything, you couldn't get away if you wanted to, unless they want to let you get away. Because one thing about it, they don't mind y'all killing up each other. They done brainwash y'all to do that, and y'all really need some God to get this curse, whatever it is, this hex. It's really some spiritual warfare. You need to really get some God to save our black men and our black women, down to the mothers who cuss their kids out and abuse their kids and mistreat their children, raise their daughters and love their sons, treat their daughters better than their sons, talk to their sons like trash, make their son a man. No, your son ain't gonna ever be the man of the house. He gonna be the man. I mean, he gonna be your son. That's all he meant to be, not the man of the house. Our kids are not our friend. It's sad. It's so hard. We don't have a lot of role models. and we got to go out here in the world and try to figure out how to become men and women ourselves, because a lot of our parents dropped the ball, because a lot of their parents dropped the ball, and then some people just spoil, and different things done happen to them too that done made them go astray. The next thing I want to go over is how once they had got caught up at the club, they put all this spiritual warfare in the music to make the club people, anybody who's seen this scene, comment on it, what you think. But the man, they had mind control through the music. So once they caught up to them and showed them like, oh, you ain't got no power, we'll have you killed. We could have been had you killed if we wanted to. You're nothing. So stick with the program and we'll let you live. So the black man was giving up. But the black woman, who they look at like the hooker, like I say, 95% of the women in this movie is portrayed as prostitutes, and like they don't have any type of voice. The black women anyways. But she had to uplift him. And I realize a lot of our black men right now in the real world, they're hurting. They're in so much pain, and they're so lost and confused, and they think nobody don't care, and they don't care about themselves, and they can't see past the pain. Any black man that feeling that way, hold your head and heal. Do what you got to do to heal. If you got to cut everybody off around you, if you got to do what you got to do to heal, to be the man that you want to be for you. And that's for women too, because we get caught up with men and wrapped up in their lives and forget about ourselves and who we need to be and who we want to be, and even be having children really young. So we ain't even have time to really figure out, because we out here looking for love based off trauma. I'm a product of it myself. But love yourself. Don't be out here doing people wrong. Don't be out here playing people when you know that ain't what you want. You not. Trust me, it ain't gonna get you where you trying to go. Not no quicker anyways. Put God first in everything you do. Even when you out here not living right, put God first. Because he the one that's judging you. At the end of the day, people can say what they want to say, but he the one that's judging you in your life and who you got and who you really got to answer to. But let me keep going, because I got to clock into work soon. So they showed the black man cowering out of responsibility, just giving up. And I feel like a lot of men do that after they felt demasculized or butt broken. If anybody don't know what that means, go look at what it means, because a lot of black men definitely have been buck broken. So when we get to coming to the end, the reason we found out about the main clone, the dude has been cloned over and over and over, we come and find the head person, the original person. He says the reason he agreed to be cloned is because they killed his little brother and he didn't want that to happen again. So because they took somebody who they love, which right now today you see it all the time with celebrities, a loved one gets took, they open their mouth, they run their mouth too much, they knock them off their pedestal that they put them on, the fake pedestal, which a lot of celebrities, once they reach the height of their career, they know it's just some fake pedestal. So they knock them off their pedestal and replace them, basically. Try to anyways. But his brother was murdered. So he decided to cop deuces and say, let's lock in, because I don't want to experience that type of pain no more. So he started cloning himself to be placed back in the hood. Every time he died, get knocked off, they put another one out there. It was so much deeper. It was so much bigger than him. Once they would have told me, hey, I need to knock you off or whatever, but you never know how grimy these people get. They might just say, I'll kill your whole family. But maybe you don't ever know what it'd be if you let them know right now. You might well knock me off right now. You might well do me right now. I don't know. You might have to tell them you might well kill my whole. You look back in the Old Testament, God used to knock off somebody's whole family for doing something. But anyways, we're gonna keep on going. Like I said, with all the cameras around and stuff, the doorbell rings, even our phones are constantly monitoring, researching us. That's all Facebook is, a big research program. Everything you type and put in and put out there in the internet realm, next thing you'll know, you'll start seeing a bunch of negative posts. If you put out something negative, you'll start seeing a bunch of negative posts recirculating through your news feed. Somebody engineering this stuff, they tracking us and swaying and whatever gonna keep us round and round and round, and not focused on what we really need to be focused on, which for a lot of us is God. We'll be a lot better if we had some more of God in our lives on a consistent, stable basis. All right, so let me see what else is here. All right, so now we come to the end, just to sum it all up. Basically, the reason that they want them to stay stagnant is because we're ghetto. We're ghetto, we don't fit, we're not the part, we're too different, we're too ratchet, we're too black. So they say in the movie it's better to assimilate than, wait, I need to go get the actual what he said. Okay, so I got it now. We're going to talk about the main character. I know I'm probably all over the place. The main character, um, Fanton, what his name is? Fanton. I can't think. Okay, so basically he said he sold his soul to the devil because they killed his brother Ronnie, and they did that to make him comply with their mission. And basically he said it's better to transcend blacks to white because of our genetics. It wasn't enough for us to, they said, to think alike, to fit in or whatever. We gotta be the same. So as you look on TV, you see so many, even when you go into different places, like to stores, to the phone place, you see so many biracial relationships pushed. Now, I don't have anything against biracial relationships, because if you happy and you found the right one for you, good for you. But I feel like it's being pushed. It's being pushed in the media. It's being pushed in commercials. It's being pushed on billboards. It's being pushed on the grocery store sign. Just look around. You see it everywhere. Just look around in the commercials, in the movies, in the celebrities. These biracial relationships are being pushed. It's nothing wrong with people loving people, but it's being pushed. And in the movie it says his clone, the head clone, the original clonee, maybe I said that wrong, but the original, he said it's better for assimilation is better than annihilation. And they said it was because of our genetics. And you got to think, black people are fast. They can jump high. They can dance. They got rhythm. They're talented. They're smart. They can learn all the things that they didn't want us to do in the beginning. It was against everything for us to learn how to read back in the day. That's why a lot of our grandparents grew up and was up in age and didn't know how to read. A lot of our black boys can't read. Maybe good at math with numbers, but can't read that well. And it's a joke. It's like it's a joke. And it's a lot of people that joke on people who slang. Slang is easy. Anybody can speak slang. Can you speak proper English, which is a lot of us black Americans, that's our first language, English. Can you speak proper English? But slang is joked on. A lot of folks look at like, oh, you don't know how to talk. You slow. All right. So this was after all of that, he said it would take, it's already in effect for us to blend, but it would take generations to see the full effect for black to transcend to white. And this was the slap in the face. The part of when the clones got freed, black folks were still doing the same thing. Talking about money, flexing on the internet, talking about hoes. Things that don't mean nothing. Giving the clones something to smoke, giving the clones something to drink. Just in a state of confusion, all of it, just chaos. And at the end of the day, none of this was gonna stop because they cut to another scene where it showed a whole nother clone in a whole nother state or city somewhere. This is something that's been going on for years. Using black people to infiltrate black areas and urban areas, to cloning them, even in the music industry, putting in here, keep the black community stagnant, the city girl lifestyle. And it ain't that they got women that live that white city girl lifestyle. It's just that in the black community, it's like the front line of womanhood. It's like the front line of black womanhood. I think we're more sexualized than anything. Cause I had to use a whole different camera because my other camera cut off. But like I was saying, you can post a pic in your church clothes and nobody will like your picture. Nobody will be interested in you. Nobody is interested into the good girl, the thought of the good girl, the one who stay in the house, the one who doesn't have on a pound of makeup or a lace front colored all the way down her back. It's like nobody is really into that. Or even if they do have it, they either abusing their power over it or abusing it, not taking care of it, cheating, all types of stuff. So it's not really appreciated. But that type of lifestyle, that city girl lifestyle, is being pushed to the forefront of the black community. And even though we might get what they call dressed a little hoochie sometimes, that's not how we are all the time. They're pushing a certain image of us, the whole bunny, all that. They pushing that image of us. But anyways, this video done been so long already, and I hope everybody can hear everything I'm saying. I hope everybody can hear what I'm saying clearly. I hope nothing is misunderstood, and I hope you can listen to understand and not to respond in the negative. Maybe it's something that I should be more aware of. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to make other people aware of what I felt like I became aware of, and continue to work on myself and try to do my part and change things and make things better. I know I have to start with myself, with my dress code, with my personality, with the way I think, with me being a mother. I have to do all that first. So I don't want to judge anybody. It's really all out of love. I love everybody. I love everybody. So it's really all out of love. I learn from people all the time, every day. I make mistakes all the time. I hope everybody have a blessed day, and keep your eyes open and stay safe.